Welcome into the WTIM Morning Show here on your information station and brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first and Landmark of Taylorville. I'm your host, Grayson Bauman, and joining us in this segment, I've got three Christian County CEO students. Got Ella Reese in the corner there, Rayleigh Aller in the middle, and Ross Brown front and center. To the three of you, good morning. How are we today? Doing good on this end, and thank you for at least... We just talked about it, Rayleigh. Come on. All right. So for Christian County CEO here today, the first thing we're going to get into is a little bit of background. Ross, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you go to school, extracurriculars, things of that nature. What can you tell me?
So I was born and raised here in Taylorville, and I go to Taylorville High School right now. I'm a senior, and with my time, I run cross country and I run track. And so a lot of my time after school goes into that, usually till about 5 or 6. And then I enjoy attending all the football games, volleyball games. So usually my time's pretty full when I'm not dealing with CEO or cross country.
Okay, so we got a runner and a CEO student. For you, Rayleigh.
Hello, my name is Rayleigh Aller. I'm a senior at Taylorville High School. Free time, I'm focusing a lot more on academics this year. Last year I was full of sports and I actually got injured. So taking a step back this year, still helping out with Tommy TV a little bit with their streams and everything, but that's about it.
Okay, that's a look at Rayleigh.
Hello, my name is Ella Reese. I was born and raised in Taylorville, Illinois. I am an active member and vice president of the Taylorville FFA, and I also work at Countryside Vet Clinic.
So you work at Countryside Vet Clinic now. We've got Tommy TV, a little bit of production, focusing on the academics, Mr. Runner, Mr. Fit right here, and then Christian County CEO. Okay. So let's talk why we joined, though. What are we hoping to kind of figure out in this time? So why did we join, Ross? What was that for you?
So I joined because I've always had an interest in both finance and business. And I knew that this class would help me more than any other class I was going to take at the high school. It was this or Spanish. And I figured this would help me with my business skills more, considering that's what I want to go to college for. And I also had a brother that was in this program in 2018. And since he did it, I kind of knew I wanted to do it. Mm-hmm. And I had some friends a couple of years ago that did it as well. And that only solidified my view on it. And like I said, I'm just here so I can improve my business skills going into the rest of my life, because I know what I'm interested in. I have for a while.
Sure. You're getting an early start, having a brother that was in the program, and then some friends too. That never hurts, getting an idea of what the program will be. But for you, I think compared to Spanish, you probably made the right decision. I think you'd be all right. Rayleigh, what about yourself?
So similar to Ross, I actually had a lot of friends and classmates that had taken the program previously, and I looked into it more. I had a few classes with the facilitator, Neil Hohenstein, and he was trying to talk me into it. I said, okay, I'll look into it. And what I figured out whenever I looked into it and asked the previous students about it and everything is it's a really valuable class. Like, you go into it thinking, oh, I'm just going to learn like business techniques, everything, which are really important, especially in a little town like this. It's nice to know your business whenever you go out and try to deal with it yourself, but also you learn like the communication skills. Like, so far we've worked on the culture of the class, learning to shake hands, make eye contact, and communicate well. So I think it's really nice class.
I think that goes understated sometimes, is those soft skills that you're working on, because the eye contact is important, the handshake's important. And sometimes that first impression is more important than any other thing you will have.
Absolutely.
So, Rayleigh, that's a look at her. Ella, what about yourself?
Kind of like Ross and Rayleigh said, I heard about CEO through a bunch of friends and family, actually. It was always something that like had sparked my interest, because I thought about owning my own vet clinic someday, because I want to go into vet med. So I thought this would be a great opportunity, and I wanted to learn about like the whole networking and financial side of running a business and like how to even get started. So this is like a great program to at least start off.
It's a great program to get started, and you got to get a start somewhere. So everybody's a little different as to why they joined, but very similar in their own rights. Now, we talked about why we joined, but what are we hoping to get out of it? Because those are two different things. So what are we hoping to get out of it personally? Are you looking to improve on something other than the business skills, or is that really that main focus for you?
I think I'd like to improve on my communication, and like Rayleigh said, the soft skills, the handshakes, firm grip, and, maintaining eye contact when I'm speaking to somebody. I know those are things I had struggled with in the past, and I can already feel myself getting better at it. And so whenever I go, and like I said, I want to be in business. Those are important skills that I need to have. And so I feel like getting out of this, I will only improve on that, and it'll benefit me.
Gotta shine those baby blues. Don't let those go closed. How about you, Riley?
So what I'm really looking forward to is just the networking side of it, getting to know people around Christian County, the businesses and stuff. Like already we've taken tours of Christian County Health Department, the radio station, a few other places already, and had a lot of class speakers come in. And it's just really interesting that, like, I think off the top of my head, I probably would have been able to name like 5 places in Taylorville that run their businesses, but like just getting the underside of that, almost getting to know more of the people that make the county work.
Absolutely. And we were talking in the last batch with the students, and I believe it was Autumn Hobbs that said, I didn't even realize like half these businesses exist, and you don't really until you kind of step into their world. Ella, for you?
The main thing I want to get out of this year is probably relationships, getting to know so many people, especially when we go on our Chicago trip. That's going to be a really big trip. And then Chili Fest, we'll meet so many different vendors and business owners throughout Christian County and probably all over Illinois. I know, like the Sweet Tea and Jesus people, I don't think they're from Christian County. So like other different vendors and people from around Illinois.
It's important. It's important to be networking and build those relationships. All of it's important. So no wrong answer there. Let's talk about those businesses that you've been to. Now, you mentioned a couple of those, Rayleigh. For you so far, Ross, let's start with you, though. What's been the favorite? What's been the best stop that you made? What kind of interested you the most, maybe?
Honestly, I'd probably say coming to the radio station.
Oh, don't butter me up.
Well, if I could do anything other than go to college for finance or business, I'd go for communications, and I would want to do something in radio or something along the lines of that. So it's always been an interest of mine in coming here, and I've always wondered how it worked in here. So it was actually, I found it interesting whenever I was told that we were coming here.
Cool.
And that I was going to be able to see all of that.
Cool. There's a lot of buttons, but you'll figure them out if you want to. What about you, Rayleigh? What's the favorite stop so far?
So it's not necessarily a tour that we've taken, but a couple Sundays ago, we had a etiquette class at Legendary, and I think that was really valuable. It just taught us how to like sit properly, eat properly, which sounds crazy, but like whenever we have a business meeting over dinner, possibly just giving us those skills to do that. And I think it was a really fun class, and I learned a lot about it.
So they're telling you like keep the elbows off the table and like keep the silverware to the left side type of deal.
And how to hold your fork.
Yes, yeah, I probably wouldn't do very well. What about you, Ella?
I love the tours, but I wouldn't necessarily say they're my favorite. I love having some of the class speakers like Adam Vokes and Billy Williams, and some other people. Who else came in? Yeah, John Perlis came in. They're just hearing their background story and how they got started and everything that really sparked my interest of being like a business owner and wanting to succeed.
Well, then let's talk about those speakers for just a moment then. Not going to make you name a favorite person that stopped in, but what were some of those takeaways that you had in terms of like what they were saying and like what you kind of walked away with and went, yeah, I could maybe do that, or maybe I need to work on that. Was there anything that kind of piqued your interest when they were talking?
One thing that really stood out to me was when they said, just start. Like, don't hesitate making a business, or if you are contemplating doing one or the other, just start and see if you like it. And if you don't, then you can back away from it and try something else, but just start and see if you like it.
What about yourself? Because obviously I think you've taken something away from the speakers. Was there something that stuck out?
So we actually, at the beginning of class, we take a DISC profile, which is just a personality test, try to give you like an understanding of why you are the way you are, if that makes sense, and like the actions that you take. And we actually had a speaker come in and dissect that for us and tell us, hey, these are the high I's in your class, low I's, which is like interactive speaking. And I think that's really helpful, especially whenever we've started planning our Chili Fest business. Just yesterday, we elected Josie Heberling as our CEO, and that really personality went into that and character traits. So I think that was really valuable for us to know for the class.
She was probably a handful as the old CEO of the CEO class, but Josie, a good gal. How about for you, Ross, in terms of what they have already said kind of about the speakers? Did you have any other takeaways, or did something kind of stick out for you?
I was just going to agree with Ella with the fact that, they were just saying you can't really worry about what other people think about it. If you want to do it, you might as well just do it, because the benefit, if you don't try, it'll never work. But if you try, there's always a chance. And so if you have an idea, just go with it. And if it doesn't work, that's okay. And then you can build off of that later.
Not only business advice, but life advice too. Sorry.
Yeah. And then, if you build on that, maybe you'll come up with a greater idea in the future with the business skills you learn from your failures. And that's just, failures aren't necessarily a bad thing, in my opinion. I think they've been trying to push that towards us.
Good. I think that's a great message and a good one to take away from it. Well, I think we've taken care of 11 minutes. Let's take ourselves a break. I've got Ross Brown. I've also got Rayleigh Aller, and I've got Ella Reese in the corner there joining us. They are Christian County CEO students, all from Taylorville, all seniors at Taylorville High School. We'll be right back with them, talk a little bit about Chili Fest and what maybe they're planning to do there. You're listening to WTIM, your information station.
Your information station, WTIM.
Seven 8855 to schedule.
If you're driving a tractor in a no passing zone, you should not pull over to let cars pass you unless you can safely and completely move your tractor onto the shoulder of the road. Don't just wave cars to pass you, as this can create confusion, especially if they can't see the road ahead. This week and every week in 2025, think and practice safety first.
This safety message is sponsored by Willie's Farmers Co-op in Stonington. Call us for all your propane, gas, and diesel needs.
This is Dwayne Wheeler, the police chief of the city of Taylorville. As a law enforcement officer, I've seen the impact that depression and suicide have on many people. Many times, those contemplating suicide endure considerable suffering and distress. But there is help. If you feel depressed or lonely, there are many resources to help you. You can call a trusted relative, friend, or minister, or call the Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK. That is 1-800-273-TALK. All of us are here to help you. Thank you.
CNB Bank and Trust has been helping open doors for Central Illinois farmers since 1854. Find out why they're among Illinois' top ag lenders by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Bob Reddings of the Bob Reddings family of dealerships. See our huge inventory of about 2,000 vehicles by clicking on our ad at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
You're listening to WTIM, your information station, and our morning show brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first in Landmark at Taylorville. I'm your host, Grayson Bauman. Joining us in this segment, well, you heard her. We've got Ella Reese, we've got Rayleigh Aller, and we've got Ross Brown joining us here in studio today. Where we left you, we'll pick right back up. We touched on the fact that Chili Fest, you guys always have an appearance or at least make one out there. This year, we're changing it up a little bit. Now, who wants to tell me about Chili Fest and what we plan to do this year?
This year for Chili Fest, we are going to be partnering with Lincoln's Coffee Hut. That is They are in the old Pizza Hut building right by Dairy Queen. We're going to be doing Lotus drinks and then like a soda with different syrups and creamers and stuff like that.
You guys are being nice. Let's just call it what it is.
It's a dirty soda.
It's fine. We'll call it what it is. So that's our plan for the Chili Fest here this year. Now, last year, I saw quite a few of you kind of walking around. Now, maybe I guess not you guys, but a few of you walking around and kind of, hey, like, you want to try these? Now, somebody dropped it off over at our booth, and we appreciated that. But why the switch? Why the switch to these new drinks and kind of focusing on the coffee side of things? Or not the coffee side, the dirty soda side of things. Why did we make that switch?
Well, I feel like for the dirty soda specifically, it's about the location. We're going to be able to get a tent right in the center of everything. So when people get their sodas, they make them dirty. And then and we're right there, and we could charge a little bit. And you know, people are walking around Chili Fest, they always want something to drink. So it's never a shortage of demand.
No, I think you guys will be all right. And in terms of the dirty soda, you mentioned like, hey, I'll put like a little cream in it maybe, or like put something funky in it. What all are we going to have out there? We're going to have like a little station. You can just pump what you want into it. How are we doing that?
I think we would just have like a list of flavors and then maybe a few predetermined like specialty drinks, and then they just order what they want, and then we'll make it for them and give it to them.
Okay. Now, I think another thing we probably, because I didn't know what this quite was, you guys mentioned Lotus Energy to me. I'm like, what the heck are you guys talking about, right? So what is a Lotus Energy drink?
It's like a plant-based energy drink. It's a little more, I wouldn't say like healthier. I don't think really any energy drinks are healthy, but it's plant-based. It's supposed to be not as much like caffeine and stuff, I guess. But
it's as good for you as an energy drink could be, pretty much. It's plant-based and it has low calories and everything. So how Lotus drinks work is we actually have a concentrate. That's what Lincoln Coffee Hut is pairing with us. And then you add like a club soda to it and flavorings. So it'd be like essentially, I know Angelo's does them as well. So if you've ever gotten an energy drink from Angelo's.
Is it tea-based? Is that what it is? And then you throw some club soda? Help me out.
No, it's like, so Lotus makes their own base. So the base does not have flavor. It's just like you can get a gold base, but it doesn't really have flavor. You have to add your syrups into the base to make it
It's a weird concept.
It's
really
some weird
popular
science
right
they
now.
did in the lab somewhere.
but yeah, they're really popular. So are the dirty sodas right now. So I think they'll be a big hit. Hopefully.
Well, I think so. You guys get a little extra love out there too. I don't think that ever hurts. But I'm sure people out there listening going, well, how do you not know what a Lotus drink is? But whatever, that's totally fine. Well, that's a look at what you guys plan to do for Chili Fest. We're planning to be out there both days the entire time, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir.
So that's a look at Chili Fest. Now, what about businesses that we expect to maybe put together? So this is a look at Chili Fest group kind of thing. Looks like Ella's maybe starting us off here. What are we thinking business-wise?
I'm working with the health department right now. I'm trying to get my license to do charcuterie boards and paper banners and make like a boards and banners type of business.
And we're going to bring it out to like events and different things like that.
I could do it for like birthday parties, holidays, baby showers, anything you need it for.
You name it, a charcuterie board, and a paper banner will be your way. What about for you, really? Any thoughts?
Yeah, so right now, it's still early in the year, but I'm looking into doing like a baking business. Those always tend to do well. And I've just been baking since I was little with my grandma, so it's definitely something I have experience with. And I mean, who doesn't like sweet treats? So
hard not to. And that, I think, obviously, you mentioned time. You've got plenty of it. Ross, we've not got a lot of time, but what are you thinking?
Well, I'm going to be honest. I don't really know, but all I know right now is that I want to do something service-based. Maybe, and I want to maybe, lawn care or maybe a detailing business. I'm not 100% sure, but I know I want it to be service-based. I feel like there's more demand for that, and I think I would make more off of that, if I'm being honest.
Then we got time to figure it out. We'll do so, and we'll use it. But to the three of you, thanks for joining us here today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You got it. Christian County CEO students Ross Brown, Rayleigh Aller, and Ella Reese here on the WTIM Morning Show here on your information station.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville. 96.